Hello YouTubers, it's me again. I'm going to demonstrate the McFadden Lightning Grip speed loader, and I'm going to demonstrate on the Taurus TX22 magazines. It works great. This one is a stock 16 round magazine, and this one is the 16 round magazine modified with the tandem cross wingman, so that it'll hold 21 rounds. So I'll show how it loads on both. You'll see that the problem of loading too fast and having the rounds not stacked correctly is not a problem the way that this thing loads, because it loads while there is still spring tension on the followers. So I'll demonstrate that. I shoot Federal Auto Match from Walmart. Cheap stuff, works great in the TX22. And I also shoot the Federal Champion 36 grain hollow points, and these shoot well in the TX22 also. These are, the auto match is a little bit more accurate. These will shoot and they won't jam. Even though they're hollow point, they don't jam against the front of the magazine like other hollow points do. Okay, how this works: you have to buy the Lightning Grip, and then you have to buy the TX22 adapter. I bought these directly from McFadden online. Well worth every penny. Just simply load some rounds. Go ahead and put this guy on. Goes on. It's pretty straightforward to shake and load. Right here. Then I'm going to fold them back, tilt them, and this is actually pretty fun. I'll do the 16 round first, and you see how just how fast this loads. And the fastest way to load them is to use kind of a scissor motion device, a gun that just is too hard and long. If you hold it like this, watch this. It's just this fast. "16 rounds, just like that. Do 25, 21 round. Also have a 25 round magazine from Gallery Precision, and that works equally as well. And do the same thing. I just hold it here, and I'm just going to squeeze. "21, just like that. These guys, when you shoot them, they'll come right out of the magazine. If you look closely, they are stacked correctly. I've shot over 11,000 rounds now through my TX22. This speed loader right here, inside of an hour, I can shoot about almost 1,000 rounds easily, because you can see how fast it'll reload. I'll reload several magazines, shoot them, and then reload again. It's just that fast. Things to know about this: works great. Take it to load, go forward and back, tilt to line them up, and I'm right-handed, so this is my right hand. Just mount this guy in here like this, and then again, I just squeeze like that, and it'll just fall through. This guy right here is a little off, so you just tilt it back, get it forward out, and you can see it'll line up just fine. This little hump here is by design. It hits this little edge here, and then it tilts the nose. I call it up, or if you're holding it this way forward, best way is to hold it like this. The CMMG loads just as fast. All you do is put the CMMG conversion attachment on like this. Put it on like that. For those of you who have an AR15 platform and you use the CMMG 22 conversion, these load the same way. And I forget which way I do this here. This way. And this is 25 rounds, and you'll see it's just the same thing. It's just as quick. I love this thing. This guy right here, you actually just lift this lever and it pops off. I pressed the release lever for the attachment by mistake. This guy just goes, flips in here. Oops, backwards. Oh, had it right the first time. There. Flips in just like that. 25 rounds. Works great. The only thing I did to this, McFadden will say, once you put your rounds in here, because these rounds are coated and waxy, is to spray some rim oil in there. I did not do that. I don't like spraying oil and stuff in here because it will attract little bits. Even in the drying time, what I found works great for rounds to slide, as well as inside my magazines, is just car wax. Liquid car wax. This McFadden will come apart. Just take all these screws out, and they're Phillips head screws, and they just screw right out. Carefully take it apart. Don't forget where some of these bits go. It's pretty straightforward. And then you know, when you take it apart, take a picture if you need to, so you know where the parts go. And then just inside here and down through here where the rounds go, just wax all of this right in here. And then I also waxed down in here these moving parts here. It does help, not necessary, but it does help. And for the rounds themselves, when they slide down just that easy. Once you get it waxed like that, they just slide right down, and it keeps it from building up the waxy coating off of these Federal coated lead round nose bullets. Works great. Love this thing. When it breaks, I'm just going to buy another one. Works that good. Keep it in my range bag with all my ammo. And this, very inexpensive, coupled with the fix on the slide so that I don't have stovepipes anymore. That's all I've ever needed to do with my TX22, and the CMMG fires just fine. Some people on their TX22, by the way, get the Tandem Cross Eagle Claw extractor to try and fix the stovepipe problems. That's not the problem, at least not with mine. The problem was the slide not cycling far enough back fast enough, and so polishing those the lugs for the slide rail reduced the friction, and it cycles just fine now. If I have any problems with jamming, it's because you know, these are cheap 22 rounds. Out of a box, you might have one or two that, and you'll feel it when you shoot it. Doesn't have very much kick, and I think it's because they don't have a full charge of powder, and that causes a stovepipe because you don't have the same impulse and energy cycling that slide back to eject around. But anyway, McFadden Lightning Grip works great. Highly recommended. They do have these attachments. You have to get the attachment. They have them for, I believe, Smith & Wesson and other single stack 22 caliber rimfires. They also have it for the Ruger 1022. I have one. However, I do not have the aftermarket 1022 magazines. The attachment that you can buy for this, for the Ruger 1022, does not work with the stock magazines. It only works with the Butler Creek, Hot Lips, and some of the other 1022 rotary magazines. It does not work with the BX stock Ruger magazines. Anyway, try it, works great.